According to a new report from the New York Times, the Department of Justice Special Prosecutor Jack Smith has found a cooperating witness from Mar-A-Lago that is currently working with him and spilling the beans on every dirty little deed Donald Trump did with those classified documents. According to those with knowledge of the ongoing investigation who spoke with the New York Times, this cooperating witness has even provided pictures. So at some point, this individual took some pictures of the classified documents, but that's about all that we know. That's it. We don't know what else this person is saying. We don't know what other photographs they may have. We do know it's related to the documents case, and we do know that they are cooperating. And again, this is an insider from Mar-A-Lago, one of Donald Trump's own people turned against him, exactly as we predicted. Think back a couple weeks ago, hell, maybe even a couple months ago at this point. There was news that Special Prosecutor Jack Smith, as part of the documents probe, separate, of course, from the election interference probe, had started to subpoena just regular, everyday staffers at Mar-A-Lago, right? Servers, housekeepers, line cooks, groundskeepers probably, just anybody that may have some knowledge about the classified documents, because these are people, most of them, who would walk around the property. They got to see all the different rooms, and more importantly, some of them, even if they didn't walk around, would hear things from other employees. And as I pointed out at the time, Jack Smith, special prosecutors, they don't just issue like blanket subpoenas willy-nilly. Like everybody who worked there, you have to come in. They directed these towards certain people, which means at some point, those names had to have come up from another witness or individual that they had been talking to. It's called a lead. And that's what Jack Smith followed. He followed the leads. He found these people. And now one of them is talking, which again is exactly what we predicted. Because these are individuals who really don't have anything to lose. Like, oh no, I'm going to lose my job as a housekeeper at Mar-A-Lago in a state whose number one industry is tourism. If you lose your job as a housekeeper because you had to testify against your boss, guess what? There's only about a bajillion other places in the state of Florida where you can go and become a housekeeper, including literally right down the road from where you're currently working now. I know it's a pain in the butt. Like, you don't want to lose your job. You don't want to have to find a new one and start all over and all that. But you also don't want to be hit with the threat of withholding evidence in a federal investigation and be popped for obstruction, which, of course, is something that the DOJ easily could have dangled in front of any one of these individuals. Like, listen, you know something. We've been told you know something. And if you don't talk to us, I can hit you with obstruction. Would you rather go to jail for 6 months or have to go find a new job as a server? Choice is yours. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened. Obviously, I do not know for sure, but I'm familiar with investigations. I know how the legal system works, so I'm willing to bet at least a part of what I'm, speculating here is probably what took place behind the scenes. At least a part, if not all of it. Maybe not in those exact words or phrases, but that's typically how these things play out. So all we know is that one of Trump's own people is now working against him with the DOJ, turning over everything they've got, which includes photographs. And I can't imagine that that's going to end well for Donald Trump. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.